It's Sports Frenzy! Sports Frenzy!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it is time once again for Sports Frenzy. After a week of vacation, we are back.
It is
better than ever. Coach Cole here with my buddy, friend, brother, and co-host, Jamie Rose!
It is!
Are you like in a corner tonight, or are you side by side? I forgot to ask you where you're at.
I am in a corner. I believe I think you need to look to your left. Yep, perfect. Yep.
All right,
I think
cool.
we finally figured out the corners.
Looking down. There you are, Rose. All right. Before we get back into the swing of things, I bring to you the rapid fire recap with the one, the only, the legendary Jamie Rose.
It is!
Let's do this, Rose.
Had
See
to
how
wet my whistle a little there. For starters, Tim and I tied last week. We had 17 points apiece, so that's why you see both of us have our title belts.
that's right.
So that means for the year, Tim and I now have 8 ties this year. Moving in, we start out with a little NLL lacrosse. The Colorado Mammoth defeat the New England Black Wolves 12-10. The Buffalo Bandits defeat the Georgia Swarm 18-14. The Saskatchewan Rush defeat the Calgary Roughneck 11-9. The Toronto Rock defeat the Vancouver Stealth 13-11. Minor league hockey. The Toledo Walleye defeat the Manchester Monarchs 5-4. The Toronto Marlies defeat the Grand Rapids Griffins 6-3. Major League Baseball, this is preseason, but now we are into regular season. But this was a week or two ago, so
don't be confused.
It's preseason. The Tigers versus the Braves.
It was preseason. It was
Tigers
preseason
versus
for those
the Braves.
games.
The Tigers versus the Braves. That game was canceled, so if you picked one of the two teams, you get a point. Your first 3-point bonus game. The Minnesota Twins and the Washington Nationals tied 8-8. Remember, this is preseason.
Everybody gets a point.
Oh, 3 points. If you pick
3
one of them,
points.
you get 3 points.
3.
The Boston Red Sox defeat the Toronto Blue Jays 7-4. The Oakland Athletics defeat the San Francisco Giants 4-1. The White Sox defeat the Padres 10-2. The Angels defeat the Dodgers 8-1. Arena football. The Orlando Predators defeat the Tampa Bay Storm 76-25. The Philadelphia Soul defeat the Cleveland Gladiators 69-41. The Arizona Rattlers defeat the Portland Steel 80-20. The LA Kiss defeat the Jacksonville Sharks 64-39. NBA action. The Mavericks defeat the Pistons 98-89. Your other 3-point bonus game. The Boston Celtics upset the Golden State Warriors 109-106.
Yeah.
NHL hockey. The Detroit Red Wings squeak by the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-2. My squeaker game of the week. The Sharks defeat the Nashville Predators 3-2 in a shootout. That's why I get my squeaker belt of the week. NASCAR. Your top 3 racers. 1, Kyle Busch. 2, AJ Allmendinger. And 3,
Who?
AJ Allmendinger. 3, Kyle Larson. Remember, you guys do have the option to fill in somebody. So if you wrote in AJ Allmendinger, you got a point. Never heard of this guy before.
I don't think we have the other dude on there either, do we?
Kyle Larson, I think we might. I'll have to look that up on one of our breaks. Moving into NXT TakeOver Dallas, Asuka defeats Bayley.
Boo!
Also, NXT TakeOver Dallas, Finn Balor defeats Samoan Joe.
Yeah!
WWE WrestleMania 32, Roman Reigns defeats Triple H. And lastly...
He's not a bad guy. He's not a good guy. He's just the guy.
And lastly, your last WrestleMania match, The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. Undertaker defeats Shane McMahon.
What was the point of that match again?
If Shane won, he got to basically take over Monday Night Raw.
Oh, really? And then what's he been doing for the last 2 weeks?
Taking over Monday Night Raw.
And what'd he do?
He lost.
He did. That's weird. Great. Way to stick with storylines there, WWE. Not that I care, but the reality is you can call that a filler match now, basically, because it's like they didn't even do what, it's like, oh, you're beat up, broken down. Oh, yeah, The Undertaker whooped on you. You know what, son? I don't want to be here tonight, so I'm going to let you run the show anyway. I'm leaving this arena, and we'll let you bury yourself. That's basically what McMahon said. And then, by popular demand, he was back this week, too. So.
We'll see if it continues. So that was your rapid-fire recap show from, what was the date of that? That was the weekend of, April 1st. So, hope everybody had a great spring
April
break.
Fool's there. Hey, quick, who am I?
Tyler Breeze. Although nobody would really know that because you don't see him too much,
Right.
except for laying on his back getting pinned.
He's like a beat-around guy now, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Enough of wrestling talk for right now. We'll get more into that later. How was your spring break, Tim?
It was quick and uneventful, but that's all right. I got some stuff done around home, so it was all good. It felt weird come the night for filming, and we weren't filming anything, that's for sure. That felt really weird.
Well, I think I still called you, and I think we still talked for a
Oh,
while.
it's funny you mentioned that because I was just thinking about that. We were both talking like we guess we were going through withdrawals or something because we were basically doing Sports Frenzy over the phone without recording a show.
We should have just done a filler match, Tim. Oh boy! All right, what do you think? Get into some picks here.
Yeah, why not?
We're
Let's
on
do it.
season 6, episode 27.
Wow, we're cruising right along.
We are indeedy do.
And the show is not even close to being over yet.
We've only just begun.
Or something. Okay.
Oh, don't
Wow, where'd that come from?
don't know. You never know with me. Too much caffeine already.
Alrighty then. Guess I will get us started off this week.
Sounds good?
Okay. We are starting off with, as what has become a habit of ours, NLL lacrosse. Now, how much longer did we say the indoor lacrosse was going on for?
I believe it was the end of April. Let me look it up.
Okay. So we might be getting close. So it's going to be weird because we've been covering this a lot. And they've been our opening game, seems like, lately. So,
well, would be, I think right around the time this NLL lacrosse ends, I believe the outdoor one, the MLL, I think it is, isn't it?
I believe you're right. And we also have college lacrosse and stuff like that has already started as well, and high school lacrosse. So maybe we can get some Tecumseh lacrosse games in there for you this year.
Yes, the last regular season game is May 1st.
Good. So that's not far off. All right, so this game is a tonight game. It will be on the Fox Sports Go app at 7:30. And we have the 9 wins and 5 losses. The New England Black Wolves. And they are traveling, geez, having a hard time talking tonight, to the 5 wins and 9 losses, the Georgia Swarm. That being said, I have to go with the better record Black Wolves.
I have the little Black Wolves for me also. Your next game is also tonight, Friday night, at 8 p.m., also on the Fox Sports Go app. We have the 10 wins, 4 losses, the Buffalo Bandits. They are traveling to Toronto to play the Rock.
Who aren't so rocky this year.
No, 4 wins and 10 losses is their record. I'm going with the Bandits.
I got to go with the Bandits as well.
Ooh. my Squeaker Game of the Week will be also tonight, Friday night, 9:30 p.m. on the Watch ESPN app. We have the 10 wins, 4 losses, the Saskatchewan Rush. They're heading to Colorado to face the Mammoth.
Wow.
Also, 10 wins, 4 losses. I have to go with the, oh, what a rush.
I got to agree with you. I'm going with the, oh, what a rush.
I might have to try to tune into that game
Well, you can right there on your computer.
on Watch ESPN app.
That's right. You can do that.
It is.
And our last NLL lacrosse game for you comes to you Saturday. And this game is on at 10 o'clock on the Fox Sports Go app. We have the 7 wins and 9 losses. The Calgary Roughnecks. And they are traveling to the, not so stealthy this year. 3 wins, 11 losses. The Vancouver Stealth.
Going Roughnecks.
Thinking we got to go Roughnecks on this one.
I would agree. So far, we've gone with all the away teams. Ooh. I'll let you take this one since I did 2 in a row too.
All right, well, this is a Saturday game at 7 p.m. And they have, yes, it is. We have the 29 wins, 28 losses, 7 overtime losses. The Bakersfield Renegades, apparently.
Condors.
What?
The wrong logo. The Condors.
Why did it say Renegades then?
I don't know.
I see. Because Bakersfield, this is a college, not a pro team. So it's the Condors.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, but,
It's all good, dude.
they printed the wrong logo. That's what happens when you're rushing things, apparently.
It's the Condors, so it's a vulture, is what it is. So picture in your mind a vulture. That's what the Condor is.
Well, really, the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter who they are! Because they are playing the 44 wins, 27 losses, 1 overtime losses, your Grand Rapid Griffins! I got the Griffins.
Me too.
Recently, Rose went to a Griffins game, I do believe.
I did, and they won. It was a good game.
It was.
It was.
Did you have lots and lots of fun?
I did.
Did you cheer really loud?
I did.
And they played lots of WWE theme music, so you were going
Yes,
nuts.
they did.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Plus,
The guy who's the announcer for the Griffins is a huge wrestling fan, so it amazed me. Like, 1 second you're sitting there and it's like, holy cow, he's playing Finn Balor's music. Which is awesome.
Did he play Triple H's theme?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes. If you named it, he probably played it.
King of Kings, or did he play
The game.
the game?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what he always starts out with the opening face-off with. Time to play the game.
Oh, nice. Why would he do anything else?
Uh,
HBK?
no,
Okay.
you named one that I didn't hear. ECHL hockey. We have this is a tonight game at 7:35 p.m. We have the 36 wins, 26 losses, 6 overtime loss. The Reading Royals. Bam. They are playing. Tim does have the hat. Tim does have the shirt. The 47 wins, the 20 losses, the 2 overtime loss, the Toledo Walleye.
Right, give me the wallet. And not only is it the shirt, it is the shirt from the inaugural season that both Rose and I did attend a game for.
Yes.
That's right. And granted, the lettering on the back of my shirt's coming off a little bit, but
I was about to ask about the.
how's yours holding up?
I think the R is starting to peel a little bit too. The front's cool, but I won't lie, the number and the name on the back was, I think, kind of cheaply done.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, more specifically you, paid decent money for those, and they.
It's all good. It was still fun.
It was a blast. Yes, it was.
Oh.
Peanuts, get your peanuts. Hot dogs, hot dogs.
You have a hot dog? Hot dog sounds good right now.
Popcorn. Cotton candy, get your fresh cotton candy.
Cracker Jacks.
Hey, buddy, over here.
Oh, boy.
We got some high school baseball for you. All right, this is a Friday night game. Boy, Friday night game. Lost my spot here. 6:15 is when they start, and this is in Whiteford. Okay, so it's in Whiteford, and thankfully the weather is going to be a little warmer than it has been in a while, so this should be a good game to go see if you're a Onstead fan. Onstead is 1 win and 0. No, that's not true. They are 1 win and 2 losses. They are traveling to Whiteford, who is starting off fairly strong, who has 1 win and 0 losses. So that's where the 0 comes in that I was looking at. What are you thinking here, Rose? You look like you're deep in thought about this one.
I'm going to go with Onstead. I don't know. I don't really have a reason. I'm just going to go with Onstead.
Well, I am going to go with Onstead also.
Also, high school baseball. This game is a Saturday afternoon game at 12:30 p.m. We have the 0 wins, 0 losses, Ann Arbor Pioneer.
And you'll notice I don't have a logo for you because apparently I forgot to print that logo. So
That happens. They are playing Adrian. 1 win, 0 losses. I'm going with Adrian.
Yes, I'm going with the local team as well. Give me Adrian. All right, next up we have, what is this, high school softball?
Yep.
Had to confirm that here because our logo is a yellow ball, so I wasn't 100% sure. But since we just did the other team, I thought, oh, do we have a typo here?
Nope.
All right, so we're moving on to some softball action. This is a Friday night game as well. And, wow, it's also in Whiteford. So it starts at 4 o'clock. Do they have separate fields for these games? You know?
Yeah.
Is it softball field is different from the baseball?
Softball field's different from a baseball field.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the softball field's smaller. Like it doesn't have as big of an outfield.
Oh, okay. If you're going to see your son and daughter, you're in luck this week because you don't have to travel far. You'll be probably in the same vicinity there somewhere. Looks like they're just getting started because Onsted's record girls softball team has 0 wins and 0 losses. And Whiteford has 0 wins and 0 losses.
I'm going to go Onstead again.
And I agree with you. I will be going with the Onstead girls as well.
Then your last high school softball game is a Saturday game at 10 a.m. early in the morning. You're getting up to watch some softball there. It is the 0 wins and 1 loss.
You have to remember Jamie's an afternoon person right now, guys. So 10 a.m. is kind of early to him, apparently.
I won't lie, I didn't roll out of bed this morning until a little after 10 a.m., so I know it's sick, but that's what happens when you're a second shifter. You sleep weird hours, so. Anyways, my alder mater, the 0 wins and 1 loss, the Blissfield Royals. They are traveling to the 0 wins, 0 losses, Carlton Airport. And I got to go with my alder mater.
I got to go with your alma mater, too. I got this field.
Major League. Oh, I guess I can click it again. Again.
Oh, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the fun. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever come back, so it's root for the home team. 'Cause if they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Thanks for carrying it there, Tim. The part you left me off is the part I always mess up.
I was losing the lyrics just popped right out of my head, so I had to think for a second. I don't even know, that might be ad-libbed lyrics there somewhere, but
I know everybody at home is probably like,
these two morons.
We're
We're
starting.
6 seasons strong morons, though.
Yes.
All right. Tigers are off to a pretty good start this season. This is a Saturday game at 7:10 on Fox Sports Detroit. We have the 4 wins and 2 losses. Your Detroit Tigers.
I like that logo.
I know, that is a cool one. It totally reminds me of the probably way before your time.
The 80s.
Yeah, the 80s. Back when they won, the Tiger would be crawling and swinging the bat, and then when they got beat, he'd have like a Band-Aid on his head and he'd be meowing. I love that. I wish they'd still do that kind of stuff. That was good fun. They are traveling to Houston to play the Astros, who have 3 wins and 5 losses. Folks, I've got the Tigers. I've got high hopes for the Tigers this year.
I also have the Tigers.
And Mr. Outfielder there, Upton, is my Tiger this year. I really like that dude. He's pretty awesome.
Your other Major League Baseball game is also a Saturday game at 9:10 p.m. on the Major League Baseball Network. We have the 6 wins, 2 losses, San Francisco Giants. They are traveling to the 4 wins, 4 losses, the LA Roger Dodgers.
Roger Dodger Dodgers.
It is. I'm going with San Francisco.
They're at home. I'm struggling, fighting with this one. I'm going to go with the LA Dodgers just to keep my buddy Roger happy.
Oh. Oh, boy. It is time.
It is. It's time for what? What's it time for?
Arena football.
Football.
I think it's time for an intro. Should we? I think we should.
Roll it.
Arena football. Football.
You knew that was coming.
I always does. We haven't had a failure in a while, so. Oh.
Ooh.
It's our first three-point bonus game. It's our first three-point bonus game. Sing along with us, three. It's a 3-point bonus game. It's three-point bonus game. Yeah. 3 points.
It is.
This game is being played Saturday. It is on at 7:30 on CBS Sports. It is the 1-win, 1-loss LA Kiss, who is a whole new revamped team this year, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are. And they are traveling to the 1-win and 1-loss Cleveland Gladiators. I got the revamped, re-energized LA Kiss.
I am joining you with LA too, because the last time we played, they cost me a point. I went opposite.
They got a new coach this season, brought in some new guys, and I knew eventually that would happen because Gene Simmons is not a guy that likes to lose, especially anything that has the Kiss brand name in it. I looked at the shirts. I'm like, oh, that shirt. They got a really cool shirt out right now that I saw. And I was like, wow, it's got like the LA Kiss stuff on the front of it. And it's got all the dates for all their games and all the little helmets on the back. I'm like, that's a sweet, sweet shirt. However, it is not a sweet, sweet price because I'm not paying $37 for a LA Kiss shirt.
What?
Yeah, dude, it was $37.
Holy cow!
$37 Gene Simmons wanted for that shirt.
Yes, it's probably because it's got the LA Kiss logo on it.
I'll get the one on eBay eventually that has like a little football and the LA Kiss on it for $10.
Yeah, that works. That works. Also a Saturday game at 9 p.m. on ESPN3. The 0 wins, 2 losses, the Tampa Bay Storm, which right now it looks like it's more of like a light raining, Tampa Bay light rain that will be passing very shortly. They're heading to Arizona to face the Rattlers. 2 wins and 0 losses. Give me the Rattlers.
I got the Rattlers as well. All right, and our last football game of the week. This is on Sunday at 4 o'clock on the ESPN app. Sorry, no app involved at all. It's actually on ESPN at 4 o'clock.
Hey.
Cool. Could probably catch this game then. We have the 0 wins and 2 losses. The Portland Steel. I see that name change has helped them a lot.
Yes. No, it hasn't.
They are traveling to the 1 win and 1 loss, the Philadelphia Soul. I've got the Soul.
Soul for me as well. And if you're wondering about last season, how the Portland Steel, which I believe they were the Portland Thunder last year they won 5 whole games last year.
Thunder. I gotta find a song that goes along with Steel because you guys are still gonna sing your song somewhere.
Where am I?
Syria, the rumors are that's why they changed their name because they got tired of us singing their song.
I can believe it. Thunder. Oh, sorry.
All right. We have some NHL playoff hockey action for you guys. This game is at 7 o'clock tonight. Oh, wow, it's on CNBC. It's not on Fox at all?
They have 1 second. What did you?
That sucks. I like the Detroit announcers better than I do anybody else.
It might be on Fox Sports, but I know on ESPN they have CNBC as.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they have on ESPN. So, but it might still be on Fox Sports Detroit. So.
What's his name there? I love his commentary.
Jersey Scars!
Not only that, but like when there's bad calls, what is it? Is it Mickey York? No, that's one of the announcers. Mickey Redmond, yeah, he always has. Oh, that was a terrible call. Terrible call. What did you think of the first rumble of the playoffs there, Rose?
It was a good game. The Red Wings looked good. They just fell a little short, but
They did, yes. They kind of lost a little bit of umph there in that couple last minutes of the third period there, so that was a bummer.
that's why it's the best of 7 series, though. It's not just one game and you're out. You got to win 4 to move
That
on.
was a hard-fought game. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was definitely worthy of watching, that's for sure. All right, with that being said, we have Detroit Red Wings, 41 wins, 30 losses, 11 overtime losses, and this game is still in Tampa Bay.
Yep.
They have 46 wins, 31 losses, 5 overtime losses, and they lead the series 1-0. I am not giving up on the Red Wings. Let's go Red Wings! Let's go Red Wings!
I also have the Red Wings, if you didn't guess. Also a Friday night game at 8 p.m. On NBC Sports Network. The 47 wins, 26 losses, 9 overtime losses. The Chicago Blackhawks. They are heading to St. Louis to play the Blues. 49 wins, 24 losses, 9 overtime losses. And the Blues lead the series 1 game apiece. I'm going to take a page from Tim's book. I think the Blues are going to win, dun, 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 because I don't like Chicago, dun, 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 dun.
I tell you what, these guys have won me a few games this year, a couple titles this year. These are I'm really digging these guys. I've actually added them to my Facebook page now, and I actually watched a portion of one of the games one night. It was on pretty late, so. But yes, I like the St. Louis Blues. Give me those St. Louis Blues. Yeah.
Well, Tim, St. Louis can only afford to have 2 professional teams in their town, I'm just on the St. Louis Rams, if you weren't picking up on
that. Pretty funny.
Dun, 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 dun,
dun. 3 points. 3 points. 3-point bonus game. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This game is on Saturday, 3 o'clock. NBC Sports. Oh, NBC. Just NBC. It's not sports. I want to put sports or app with everything these days, apparently. It's just on NBC, so you should be able to find it relatively easy. And we have the 46 wins, 27 losses, and 9 overtime losses. The Rangers. And they are traveling to the 48 wins, 26 losses, 8 overtime losses, the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Penguins are up 1-0 in the series. Who do you like, Rose?
I got to go with home field advantage, the Penguins.
Give me the Penguins as well.
Moving back into some baseball. Where's my thing? This is NCAA basketball. If you're
Take me out to the ball game. I won't go through the whole thing again. I just thought I'd throw that out there for the heck of it.
If you're wondering why we don't have any NBA on the sheets this week, the season just ended. Regular season for NBA ended last night on Wednesday night with, mind you, 2 big games. You had Kobe Bryant retiring, and you had the Golden State Warriors breaking the all-time...
Kobe Bryant's retiring?
Yes, if you hadn't heard.
I'm sorry. That just bugs me because, And then I'll tell you what really bugs me about this, and sorry, Bull, I know you're a Kobe fan, but you know what? It's like, okay, so beginning of the season, Kobe announces, he's going to do this grand finale tour. And then they're comparing his stats to other people who have retired and did like a grand finale tour. And they had Larry Bird in there. It's like, no, first of all, let me get this straight with people here. Larry Bird did not do a retirement tour. Larry Bird finished his season, did not tell a soul, anybody he was retiring. He did not want this grand glory festival that Kobe apparently wanted. He didn't do that. And they're like, oh, his grand finale in his final game, he made 12 points. He had a bad back. He played with a bad back. He finished the season. You know why he did the season, Rose? He finished the season for the fans because there was a lot of people he knew paid good money to see him play. He could not. He said if there would have been anything else, he would not have played that game. So there you go. Larry Bird is a true legend, folks. He did not need a retirement tour. You know what? They threw him a retirement party way after his thing was done. And guess who had to drag him to the retirement party? Magic Johnson. He didn't even. He didn't even wasn't even to go. He didn't even know. He said no. I'm not. They tricked him to come to his retirement party. Larry Bird, a true legend.
A true class act.
Right now, Chris Bull's shaking his head at me.
Anyways, so the season ended Wednesday night, and Wednesday night is when I send the sheets out, and they had not yet released the playoff schedule. I just looked it up right now.
Impressive, Rose. Yes, they have now. We have a schedule.
Yes.
And it is posted on our Facebook page.
Ooh. It's Saturday night starts. We are opening up with the Pacers versus the Raptors on ESPN at 12:30. The Rockets versus the Warriors on ABC at 3:30. The Celtics versus the Hawks on ESPN. And the Mavericks versus the Thunder on ESPN at 9:30 p.m. The Pistons must play Sunday night. Pistons versus the Cavaliers on Sunday at 3 p.m. on ABC. The Hornets versus the Heat on TNT at 5:30 p.m. Grizzlies versus the Spurs on TNT at 8 p.m. And the Trailblazers versus the Clippers on TNT at 10:30 p.m.
It is a busy time for sports and all this playoff action going on. Red Wings and Pistons are in this year. And Celtics are back. And
Major League Baseball.
I've been taking in as much sports as I can right now.
Gotta enjoy it while you can.
Mary's been very kind to me and let me watch. She even paid attention to part of the Red Wings game last night, believe it or not.
Oh,
Yes.
proud of you, Mary. So back to the sheets here. We are so we didn't know what the schedule was, couldn't put any of that information on here for you guys. I decided to put NCAA baseball.
Yeah, we don't want you to think baseball, Adrian College and Hillsdale College. We don't want you guys to think that you're just throwing, because you're not.
No,
We
no.
know they follow you guys, and yeah, that's why you're on here.
I hope that's not what it sounded like, because that's not what I meant. So
I was just clarifying that it wasn't.
thank you. I didn't mean for it to sound that way.
We're all like gung ho about, well, we didn't get any NBA games on here this year, so here's your games instead. That's not what we mean at all.
Anyways, this is a Saturday game at 1 p.m. We have the 15 wins, 7 losses, Adrian College. They are heading to Alma, who has 17 wins and 6 losses. I'm going Adrian College.
I've got Adrian College as well. All right, and your final baseball game of the week comes to you on Saturday at 1 p.m., and this is in Hillsdale, so Gordy and the crew will be at home. And we have the 16 wins, 11 losses, Ashland University. And they are traveling to the 19 wins and 9 losses. Great start to the season, Gordy. The Hillsdale. And I've got my Hillsdale boys.
I also have Hillsdale.
Go Hillsdale.
Go Hillsdale.
Right, no doubt. Me and Steve. A little NASCAR action for you. Hey, I liked how you, what was it? Yeah, it was just last week. Well, before we went on break, how you managed to slip in two of our themes there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Should we push our luck?
Yeah, why not? We need to start doing our NASCAR one as well, so throw it in there.
All right. Roll it.
Where'd your Roth stream go? You had a David Lee Roth.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Come on, man.
I forgot I had that. Anyways, Sunday race, Sunday afternoon race at 1 p.m. on Fox. This is at Bristol Motor Speedway. I hope when I sent out these sheets it didn't confuse any of the teachers because I accidentally sent the wrong sheet in the first email, so I had to send in a second email. Although not like it'd be a big deal. The only difference is that was the information at the top of the sheet was different.
Right.
So, anyways,
No biggie.
I'm going Kevin Harvick.
And I'm going Joey Logano.
Joey Logano. Good old Joey. Good old Kevin.
So how stoked, how nuts were you going when HBK came out at WrestleMania, Rose?
I was shocked.
In ring gear.
Yeah, and then Mick Foley came out in ring gear, and then Stone Cold's music hit, and he came out in blue jeans.
I gotta tell you, I was okay with it. You know, at first I was like, it piqued my attention. Like, oh my gosh, wow, what the heck's HBK doing out here? Has he got a match that's gonna happen? And then when the music went off again and Foley came out, I was like, oh, okay. So now I looked at it as kind of a filler spot, but you know, it was cool to see. Don't get me wrong, it was great seeing the legends, but I kind of felt like, that was just filler.
I liked, you can tell that Shawn Michaels needs knee replacements. Notice he's walking bow-legged?
Yeah. But it was still cool to see him in ring gear.
Yeah, it definitely was. The first time in a long time. I mean, he's been at WrestleManias, but he's always in, jeans and cowboy hat and just, like, I think the last one, it almost looked like he had on, like, it looked like he just came in from the swamp and he had on, like, waders or something. He had like rain boots on or something. So
I think kind of like with everything, with all the current, with the authority and all that stuff going on, he's just kind of laid low because he doesn't really fit into that current kind of storyline stuff, Because I mean, let's face it, when he left on that last time he was there. That ended on such a dumb note, It's like, okay, wait a minute, what just happened? Why did you have to side with Triple H?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I got a couple questions. First off, we'll start with the quick and easy question. Kobe Bryant retired last night. Obviously, the Lakers will retire his jersey. What jersey do you think will be hung from the rafters? Number 8 or number 24?
I figure it'll probably be his current number.
24?
I think the 24 is what he's played in the most.
I think, it's pretty even. I know I saw a stat. It's pretty even in games. I think number 8 he has played a few more games with, but I would agree. I think 24 is going to get retired.
Because that's the most current number they've seen him in.
Yeah.
Are they going to retire his jersey right away? Have they said anything about it?
I haven't heard anything yet when, but I would think probably, next season they will.
Why did he switch numbers? I don't even know that story.
I don't know either.
Somebody else want the number 8?
Chris Bull?
Yeah, that's a good question for you, Bull.
I'll see if I can find something on the fly here.
No, we want Bull to call into the show right now and tell us what's going on. If I shot him, it's late now. I said I could shoot him a text. He might.
He's probably sleeping. I would agree, though. I think 24 will get hung from the rafters. Let's see if I can find out why.
But I don't know how often they retire numbers either. So, I mean, in my opinion, there's a lot of legends that would probably get their numbers hung before he actually does. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe most of those Laker legends already have their jerseys up there. I'm not sure about that either. I will have to touch base also with Mr. Schoonover on that to find out.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do some research and find out why, but right now I'm not finding anything. So we both think 24. Tough question of the night. You watch NXT TakeOver, Dallas, and WrestleMania. Can you give me 3 matches that were your favorite from combining both of those?
Oh, combined?
Yeah, you don't have to give me 3 from NXT and 3 from WrestleMania. You can, pick 1 from NXT and 2 from WrestleMania, or vice versa.
Well, I really enjoyed the American Alphas match in NXT. That was a really good match, and it was a lot of good tag team action going on there. It's overall around the whole NXT pay-per-view was pretty darn good. The Sami Zayn and your boy match that was a really good match. They poured a lot into that. I'm trying to think if I should throw. I should probably throw something in there WWE wise. Or well, it's all WWE. WrestleMania. Jeez. The Triple H match was actually pretty good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Really, in the end, I don't know if it was because I kind of figured that Roman Reigns was going to come up with this new attitude that he's going with, because I've heard lots of rumors about that. I found myself almost cheering for Triple H, kind of almost wanting him to retain the title. I was pretty floored by first of all, for being a WrestleMania, I didn't feel too many of the entrances were that impressive this year. I Triple H's was okay, but it wasn't spectacular. I mean, Stephanie dressed up in his gear and rocking the 80s leather and stuff wasn't bad by any means, but that was kind of different. I thought, well, I don't know about that. That's kind of it seemed pretty mellow. But I liked that match, and I was trying to think if there was another match I liked. I had to think back. See, this one doesn't stand out to me as well. I have to recall.
Yeah. I've watched the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view 2 or 3 times now since it was a couple weeks ago now. Watched it a couple times, and I've only watched WrestleMania once, maybe twice.
Oh, you did take it in again, huh?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
The Shane Undertaker match was simply just because Shane basically mimicked Mick Foley.
Yep.
That was impressive, so that stood out too.
Yep.
Did you have anything did you really like that stood out to you?
For me, I'm with you on American Alpha and the Revival on NXT. I'm gonna go all NXT. I'm going.
Easily. I was being kind by
Yeah.
throwing in
Yeah.
NXT, man. The whole night of NXT pretty much wiped out.
Yep.
Pretty much put the bar way up here for anything you were going to see at WrestleMania.
So for me, number 3 was American Alpha versus the Revival. That was my number 3 match. Number 2, Bayley versus Asuka. I was sitting here on the edge of my seat, like, who's gonna win this match? And number 1, I got to go with Sami Zayn versus Nakamura there.
I don't know. Knocking Bailey out felt a little kind of like a weak way to end it to me. I don't know. I was just a bit like, I wasn't. First of all, I wanted Bailey to win anyway, so. Because, what can I say? I'm a hugger. I like hugs.
For WrestleMania,
And not just because I'm being perverted or anything, but
no.
Bailey, I just think Bailey, she reminds me, she has a lot of that old Hulk Hogan feel to her. She knows how to work like the crowd, like almost like Hogan used to. And I've seen her do that in some matches where she's like kind of like beat up and beat down, and she uses the crowd to fire her back up. And she's just a real people person. So I think that's cool about her.
If I have to give the best match for WrestleMania, I have to say the Triple Threat Divas match. I hated the ending, though. I hated the ending. I hated that Ric Flair was preventing Sasha Banks from getting in the ring. I thought that was. I'm tired of that whole. I think it's time for Rick to let her wrestle by herself. Because it seems like now, that's the only way she's keeping her title anymore is with Ric Flair doing a distraction or something.
You talk with Dr. Phil, because that's exactly what he said.
No, I didn't, but I did hear that that's what he said.
I wonder if that's what they're leading up to. At some point, is she going to kick him to the curb and be, I feel like, I think when it's time for her to lose the title, I think they're going to make it a banning Ric Flair from the ring kind of thing. And that'll be how she loses the title.
Yep. Well, I'm thinking it's next pay-per-view. I've heard reports that it might be in a steel cage.
I find it interesting right now that they're pushing the whole Hart family, Flair family dynasty thing. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to try and give Natalya a shot at the title, but we'll see, I guess.
Yep. We shall see.
All in all, I agree with you there. I really didn't even think about that one. First of all, what I liked about that was it's women's wrestling again. It's not the divas anymore.
No.
There's no such thing as divas. They're back to women's professional wrestling. That's a move that needed to be made. Should have been done a long time ago.
I was watching that with a buddy of mine, that match. He came over recently and we watched it because he wanted to watch WrestleMania. And I said to him at the start of this match, I said, this match was a match I did not want to end. It was an amazing match. It was a back and forth between those three women. Amazing match. So
Women's wrestling championship. And doing away with that god-awful Divas title.
I knew you were going to say that.
Looked like a
butterfly.
Not only did it look like a butterfly, it just looked cheap and like fakey and didn't have no prestige to it.
No.
I'm not 100% a big fan of WWE's new titles by any means, but the women's title looks okay. That one looks better in that configuration than I think the heavyweight title does. I just don't like it.
I wish, just recently WWE just today posted photo shoots with their superstars and the classic titles, and I wish they'd bring back those classic looking titles.
I posted those on Facebook for some of you guys to see that have us on your Facebook page. But yes, I definitely like. I don't know. It just doesn't look prestigious enough to me anymore. That's one of the things. You know, it's like too much emphasis just on the whole WWE. I mean, I don't know. It just had more prestige with like the Eagle and the World and things like that on there.
Yeah.
Plus, let's see, that's not the unified one, right? Was that the unified one?
Which one?
The one they're posing with in the picture. Is that's the classic
That's
championship?
the classic one.
Yeah, see, that's the one I grew up with. That's the one I seen on the Ultimate Warrior, on Hulk Hogan. You know, all those guys had that title at one time. That's the title. So that basically is the title I grew up with.
Now, didn't Ultimate Warrior change the
Yeah, he
that
changed
part
the
of it?
belt. He changed the belt of it, yeah.
It was white, wasn't it?
Yes.
This part of the belt here was white.
Yep. I know he first did that when he was the Intercontinental Champion. And I noticed, if you notice, the Intercontinental Championship is white still.
Yep.
So I don't know if they ever changed that back. I wonder if that's kind of like a Warrior tribute or something.
Could be, very well. So, all right. Well, I think that's it for tonight. There, we're running out of time here. So,
got any quick bites? We got anything? Whoa, are we over big time? Okay, what was it?
Yeah.
Just look at Jamie's face there.
I was
He
like,
wraps things up.
yeah.
Our production crew's over there going. All right, everybody. Well, you know, we do get a little long-winded, but you know, it's better to have more stuff than nothing at all, because we've had episodes of nothing. Anyway, get out there and enjoy your weekend. It's supposed to be a spectacular one, folks. It's going to be nice and warm around here. I don't know about Rose's temperatures up his way, but
Mid-70s.
yeah, we're looking at 70s. So, you know, you get out, enjoy some games, get out there and watch some baseball. I'm sure some local baseball and all kinds of events going on. Anyway, getting long-winded again. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone.
And I'm Jamie.
And we will talk to you again for the recap show. We'll see you on Sunday.
Go Blue.
Go Blue, go Wings.
Go
Walleye.
Pistons. Go Tigers.
Pistons, Tigers. Oh, my.